Reds get double midfield boost as another young star emerges. Liverpool analysis after a comfortable 4-1 FA Cup victory over Shrewsbury for a young Red side. An important feature of the academy sides at Liverpool is they all follow the same template laid down by the first team under Jurgen Klopp. There may be the odd tweaks in terms of tactics and positions, but the ethos and approach remains the same all the way through, from the under-23s to the U18s and beyond. The obvious advantage of that is when a player makes the step up to the senior setup, he already has a grasp of what is expected. And there can be no better example of that than at fullback, with Connor Bradley the latest off the conveyor belt at Kirkby. Not content with providing the assist for Kate Gordon's leveler, Bradley's persistence and sense for an opportunity saw him burst into the box and keep alive the move from which Liverpool netted their third. Yes, he could have perhaps done more to prevent Nathaniel Ogbeta crossing for Udo for Shrewsbury's opener. But this performance was far more representative of his potential than the wayward display in the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Leicester City last month. The other youngsters on which Klopp called could also be happy with their efforts, even if Max Woltman had a thankless task first half spearheading the attack. Elijah Dixon-Bonner improved when shifted to the left. Debutant Malcolm Frauendorf showed real appetite in a late cameo while classy Tyler Morton continued to prove why he now firmly part of the first team picture. It wasn't difficult to pinpoint a likely issue when the Liverpool team sheet dropped. The starting lineup against Shrewsbury had a combined total of 32 goals for the club, with Virgil van Dijk responsible for 44% of those. From where, then, was the attacking threat going to come? Give yourself a pat on the back if you had suggested Fabinho as the double marksman to help ease Liverpool into the FA Cup fourth round. Assuming spot kick duties in the absence of James Milner and Mohamed Salah, the Brazilian made no mistake in putting the Reds ahead just before halftime, and later wrapped up the win with a thumping close-range finish from a free kick after his initial header had been blocked. In overall play, too, Fabinho was much more like his old self following a brace of under-par displays after returning from a bout of coronavirus, Van Dijk also rediscovering his verve after a similar absence. Fabinho was eventually joined in midfield by Curtis Jones, who switched towards the interval having started on the left flank. Making a first start since October after an eye complaint, there were understandable signs of rust from Jones. But minutes under the belt will prove crucial during a busy period with Thiago Alcantara still no nearer a return to midfield and Naby Keita away. There will never be a bad time for Roberto Firmino to do Roberto Firmino things. But there was something particularly opportune about the latest exhibition of his outrageous talents. Firmino's cheeky backheel didn't just effectively end Shrewsbury hopes of a shock 12 minutes from time. It was also his first goal since his hat-trick at Watford almost 3 months earlier and underlined the Brazilian, back after coronavirus, is ready for only a second start since October with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane now on Africa Cup of Nations duty. With Takumi Minamino also returning after injury, Jurgen Klopp, himself healthy after his own COVID concern, has much-needed forward options. Liverpool enjoyed a whopping 83% possession here, but it was only with their late flurry they made the game safe, their at times unconvincing performance down in part to the unavoidable scratch nature of the side. Indeed, half of the 20-man squad possessed just 29 senior club appearances between them going into the match, 13 of which were by goalkeeper Kevin Kelleher. Klopp has now used 77 different players in 17 games in the FA Cup, a competition that has never featured high on his list of priorities. But with a winnable home tie against Cardiff City to come in the next round, that could well change soon enough. Thanks for watching.